welcome to our special Switch 2 Hype live stream. Yep, and clearly I'm not the only one in line, as you can probably tell here. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be a fun night here. You got all these people waiting for Switch 2s. You got what looks to be some sort of like Game Boy analog handheld device or something. Yeah. Yeah. Then we've got, look at all these people that are here. Yeah, all these people waiting for Switch 2.
I could never get into it. Wii for me though, like that entire generation was just like.
And then we go down here. And let's say this dude brought an umbrella to go with his chair. Pretty smart, actually, in case it does rain later. I mean, they are going for rain tonight, but hopefully it'll come like later, because I'd rather not get rained on while I'm waiting in the line. Yeah. Oh. And then, of course, as we can see, there's the Switch 2 advertisements. I mean, obviously the store's not open right now, but that'll change in a few hours once the Switch 2 gets ready to be released. Yeah. Obviously, we're not going to film in there. And then, yeah, so this is definitely going to be fun. Just, yeah, just under 3 hours right now at this point until we get to the Switch 2. And if you saw my short earlier, like I just posted a new short like maybe 30 minutes ago. Well, Lucas Simmons here says, "Hey Mark, well hello there yourself, thanks for tuning in." But yeah, like I was starting to say, like the short that I just posted about half an hour ago, apparently that's already blowing up apparently. Like I didn't quite expect that. And yeah. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that short. But yeah, I figure if I'm going to get the Switch 2, then obviously I got to make some space. And in my mind, it was probably easier to get rid of, or well, not get rid of, probably to take my Switch 1 out of that spot in my entertainment center. Like, it was probably like the easiest, like, to get out of there, like between that and my PS5 that I have. And speaking of my PS5, I actually did get 2 new games for my PS5 yesterday. I obviously don't have them on me, but the 2 games that I got for it were Last of Us Part 1 and 2, the remastered versions. I don't know when I'll possibly be able to get to those, though. Mainly because the Switch 2 is about to come out in a few hours. And, yes, this is definitely a fun night. And, hey, yeah, you guys are actually smart getting food while you wait. I mean, I actually had some food before I got here, but maybe I'll grab something else a little bit later, like if I get hungry again or something. I don't know. Yeah, I know that. I mean, there's also, like, a Wendy's here. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So, yeah, it's actually my first console midnight launch. Yeah, because I've done 3 of these before, but those were all for games. The first one was for Pokemon Sword and Shield. That was all the way back in, like, 2019. Like, right before COVID. Yeah, COVID was the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you all probably remember that. Then the second time, of course, was for Tears of the Kingdom, which I didn't really play too much of because, and I've said this probably over and over again, I'm not really a Zelda person. And then of course, and then the third one after that was when Mario Wonder came out, which was the same night that Spider-Man 2 came out, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing though is that I didn't have a PS5 at that time. I mean, obviously I do have one now, and I have been able to play like the Spider-Man games, and they're all really good games. Yeah, and by the way, I'm not sure whose genius idea it was that Sony to have a PlayStation State of Play literally the day before Switch 2 comes out. But whatever. I mean, I did see it, and unfortunately I was a bit disappointed with it. I mean the addition of new levels coming to Astrobot, that's pretty cool. But the one thing I was really hoping that they would have there that they sadly didn't was Sega narrowing down a release timing for Sega Racing Cross Worlds. I guess they're not quite ready to give more information on that yet, but that's okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. One guy there taking a nap. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a fun night, ladies and gentlemen. And also, don't forget, once I get home with this bad boy, I am going to be unboxing it. I'm going to be recording the unboxing, and then I'll try to get that ready for like 10 a.m. or something. I can't really make any promises, though. And then, of course, we're going to be playing some Mario Kart World, which is going to be a lot of fun. And speaking of that, I was actually seeing some gameplay of that. Yeah, because apparently what had happened was some content creators on YouTube, some other ones like Zach's Got Games and like a couple of other ones, they apparently got the Switch 2 early from Nintendo, despite the fact Nintendo said that they weren't giving out early units to like content creators or press or whatever. So kind of a bit contradictory there, Nintendo, not gonna lie. Bit contradictory there. But, oh well. But for what I have seen, though, like, the game looks absolutely beautiful. But, of course, that's not the only game that's going to be available on launch day for the Switch 2. Because, of course, as you guys know, there's going to be Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom available at launch, so that's going to be exciting. But, of course, there's also going to be Street Fighter 6, ports of Street Fighter 6, and Cyberpunk, neither of which I have played. Oh, my day's going pretty good, Lucas. I'm actually just standing in line here at the GameStop, waiting for the Switch 2. Yeah. But yeah, we are going to have a fun night tonight. Yeah, the Walmart, the Walmart up here actually a couple of weeks ago said that they were starting to open pre-orders for the physical copy of Mario Kart World, which I don't really need to do because the Switch 2 that I'm getting is already includes a digital code for that. I'm ready to see your Switch 2 unboxing video. Well, hopefully you enjoy it when it gets up. Alright, well, let's go back over here. What's your favorite Switch game?
Probably Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom? Yeah, well, they have a Switch 2 version for that available at launch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, along with the new Mario Kart, which is probably going to be the game I play the most. Yeah, and then there's also the new Zelda Notes app that they're including with the Switch 2 versions of the Zelda games. Yes, that's gonna be pretty fun. Yeah, so for those who don't know what Zelda Notes is, like, it's a little app that you can like put onto your phone. It can help you like progress through the Zelda games. So that's definitely a handy little feature. Alright. Alright. So yeah, like, I honestly think like the Zelda Notes is like a handy little feature, especially like if you like get lost in those games, and like I'm not gonna lie, like those Zelda games, those are big games. They are big games. Yeah. I mean, I did try both of them out. They just really weren't for me. But, yeah, like just a couple more hours or so to go, ladies and gentlemen. My body is ready for the new system. My my wallet, I guess, is ready for the new system. And by the way, just to be clear, I already have my pre-order for this paid off in full, which means all I got to do once I go, once I'm actually officially allowed to go into the GameStop, is get the system. The only thing I still have to fully pay for, though, are the two additional games I got, which, of course, are Street Fighter 6 and Cyberpunk. And hello to you, too, Amber. So, yeah, those are really, like, the only two things that I still gotta pay for. Then I'll be fully set. But the system itself is fully paid for. And I'll tell you this, folks, like, it is not cheap. It is not cheap by any means. Now, of course, if you live in the U.S., then you have to pay like $450 for the standard console and $500 US for the Mario Kart bundle. But up here though in Canada, it's $630 in Canadian price for the system itself, and $700 for the bundle with Mario Kart. So that's a lot, and this is definitely a big investment I'm making. I mean, I've never bought a console on day one before, but like they say, there's a first time for everything. And as I was mentioning in the short, I was actually playing some Mario Party Superstars earlier with Video Game Fan 1999. So hopefully he'll pop in here soon. I'm not sure though. Okay, well, I think I was able to see that quickly. Pre-ordered Switch 2 because I still play on my regular Switch. Unless he meant to say that he didn't pre-order it because he still plays on the regular Switch. Which actually brings up a good point. I mean, because obviously not everybody is going to be able... Okay, yeah, I was right. I guess he was pretending to correct something. I didn't pre-order Switch 2 because I still play on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that's fine, and that's fine, Lucas. And I was actually just starting to say, like, not everybody's going to get the system, like, right away anyway, like, and for various reasons, like, whether, like, for some people, it's because they're not, like, financially able to get it right now, and, like, for others, I guess they'll probably just want to wait until, like, maybe, like, a wider selection of games become available. So, like, everybody has different reasons, and, in fact, and I actually explained this in the community post earlier this morning that I had put up before I had gone to work today. When the Switch 1 came out, it launched with, when the Switch 1 came out, I didn't get it right away, mainly because the game that it launched with, which was Breath of the Wild, that really wasn't something that I was too particularly interested in playing. Well, the fact that I didn't really have a whole lot of money available at that point. Obviously, like, I'm in much better financial standing now that I'm able to get it for day one. So, and what I did was I actually didn't get mine until, I think probably till about maybe 16 months later, because the Switch 1 came out in March of 2017. I didn't get mine till July of 2018. And at that point, Mario Kart 8, a re-release of it anyway, had come out. Mario Odyssey had come out, and those were like two of like my top favorite games, two of my absolute favorite games on the Nintendo Switch. Like, and speaking of Mario Odyssey, that's actually one of the games that's supposed to get a free Switch 2 version update. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, because I think there's a list on Nintendo's website somewhere where it goes over all the games that are getting free Switch 2 updates. Mario Odyssey being among them. Super Mario 3D World's another one. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I believe, is one of them. But from what I've heard, there's actually some sort of issue right now with playing Smash on Switch 2. I think it's something to do with the Mii's or something like that. So they're probably going to need to get that fixed. But of course, knowing Nintendo, they'll probably do their best to fix it. Hi, says Juan Benitez. Well, hello to you too there, Juan. Alright. But yeah, like... Yeah, so for the most part, though, a lot of the Switch 1 games that are going to also be available, like, carry over to Switch 2. For the most part, those are playable, but I think, I remember hearing some of them do, like, have some issues. Like, either they're not compatible or something, or, like, they are compatible but have trouble starting up on Switch 2 or something like that. So, yeah, it's kind of a crazy mess. Oh, and you know what's also been a crazy mess is retailers canceling pre-orders for the Switch 2 left, right, and center. Literally just a couple of days before launch. That is crazy, guys. That is crazy. So... yeah, so if you're in this boat right now, like the night before Switch 2 comes out, you'll definitely want to check to make sure like that your pre-order like is all good to go and stuff. Now, obviously this advice, this tip I'm giving, this obviously applies for like if you pre-ordered online, but if you pre-ordered in person, like say at GameStop or whatever, like if you pre-ordered in person, like I did, then you really should not have any problems. Alright. So, let's see. 17 minutes now I've been live. So, yeah. So, I don't know about you guys, but I am more than pumped for the Switch 2. And there's also something else that I saw on Discord earlier about the friend limit, and apparently it's still 300, the max that you can have on your friends list at a time for Switch 1, which, or for Nintendo Switch 2, excuse me, which is kind of stupid. I mean, 300, like, I guess made sense for Switch 1, but that was 2017, guys. This is now like 8 years later, 2025, and it's still a maximum of 300 friends. Now, what I would have done is I would have like increased it a little bit, like maybe up to 500 or something. I don't know what the maximum number of friends Sony allows at a time on the PlayStation or whatnot, but yeah, for a maximum of 300 at a time on your friends list on Switch and Switch 2 in 2025. Like, that is, like, that's just ridiculous. But, yeah. But that's Nintendo for you. Like, whatever makes sense to customers doesn't make sense to them. That's generally how it always seems to happen. But, yeah. Yeah, and also say earlier, let's just hope the weather cooperates for tonight. But as we can see, it doesn't look that bad right now. It's not look that bad right now. So, yeah. So, yeah, if you're ready, so do me a favor, like, if anyone that's watching, like, if you're ready for Switch 2, leave a thumbs up on here, like, leave a like or something, leave a comment or whatever. That's how I'll know that you're excited for Switch 2. Okay. And also while I'm at it, I probably should also mention this. Now, obviously, Video Game Fan 1999 is not here right now, but but I do want to give him. Oh, hello there, Junior Cars 17. What I was trying to say is I want to give Video Game Fan 1999 a quick birthday shout out because his birthday's like literally 2 days from now. Like it's June 4th today, and his birthday's on June 6th, so that's 2 days from now. So, quick birthday shout out, and Juan Benitez hyped up for the Nintendo Switch 2. So am I, Juan. And going back to Daniel for a second, he's actually pretty close to 1,000 subscribers right now. Of his birthday being 2 days away, like it's probably unlikely that's going to happen before his birthday, but I'm pretty sure he'll get to it, or he'll get to 1,000. Like he will. So Daniel, if you're watching this, you've got just letting you know, you've got my back in the road to 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah. But anyway, the Switch 2 launch actually, believe it or not, isn't really the only big thing that's happening tonight. Because in the world of sports, the Edmonton Oilers are actually playing the Florida Panthers in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. And last I checked, Florida was winning. I think it was 2-1 Florida in the first period when last I checked, which was before I left my house to come here. I don't know what the score is right now, though. Like I'll probably have to check like once I get done with this live stream. But we're not here to talk about sports. It's all Switch 2 tonight, baby. 3-1 right now, says Juan. I'm assuming for Florida. Well, not exactly a good sign because I kind of want the Oilers to win, but it's only Game 1, and it does take 4 wins to take the series, of course. But anyway. So like if any of you that are watching are getting the Switch 2 day 1, just let me know what game you plan to play first. Like what game you plan to play first, like whether it's Mario Kart, a Switch 2 version of Zelda, anything like. Just let me know like what you're planning to play first, because you guys already know what I'm going to be playing first. Like, I'm going to be playing Mario Kart World, and that is definitely going to be a lot of fun. Now, another thing also I should mention is while I do plan to record the unboxing tonight when I bring this home, I don't know if I'm actually going to be doing any playing tonight. I probably, after I unbox it or whatever, chances are I probably won't be able to, only because of the fact that I have to be up for work tomorrow morning. I have to be up at like around 7 o'clock. So, but we'll see what happens. And Fast Fusion, I should also mention, that's another game that I plan to download from the Switch 2 eShop, is Fast Fusion. And it's really affordable price on the eShop too, from what I've seen. It's only like 15 US on there, which is, I think, about 20 Canadian. So that is a really good deal. And that is the sequel to Fast RMX, which I did play for Daniel's birthday special. Speaking of which, I am looking to try to get all that up on Friday. Like I literally have only one segment left to do, which of course is the aforementioned Mario Kart World. But obviously, I can't do that until I actually get my hands on the game, and I will be able to get my hands on it in about 2.5 hours from now. But yeah. But yeah, we are going to be in for a fun night. And I suppose I should also mention this too while I'm at it, because I've never been one to buy a console on day one. Usually. I think the closest that I've ever come to getting a system on day one, regardless of who makes it, is I believe the Wii U would actually be the winner here, because the Wii U came out in November of 2012, and then I ended up getting it early 2013. Yeah, we're waiting for the Switch too. Okay. So yeah, so like I was saying, the Wii U came out to November 2012, like I said, and then I got it, I think, around the early part of 2013, like I think like in the winter or something like that. Like I might have to, I think I might have an unboxing of that somewhere on my channel. I'd have to go back and take a look. Before the Xbox and PlayStation. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that one, but I mean, because I never like had a PlayStation or Xbox during childhood. I mean, I did get an Xbox 360 in 2007, and that system came in 2005. And then PlayStation, I never had a PS1 when that generation was active. I did have a PS2. I had a PS3 at one point, of course. I had a PS4, and now I have a PS5. I didn't get a PS1 until like 2014. But yeah, like in terms of the Wii U, yeah, I am in line. In terms of the Wii U, though, I'd have to like go back or whatever, see if I have an unboxing of that somewhere. But yeah, and obviously we all know how badly the Wii U did, guys. Like only like 14 million units total sold, which is not good. But I still enjoyed that system. I mean, I don't think I had like that many games on the Wii U. I know I had Mario 3D World, which is a very good game. But my favorite game on the Wii U, of course, was Mario Kart 8, the vanilla version of it. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to be enjoying Mario Kart World as well. So that's definitely going to be a lot of fun, like I've been saying. And like I still find it insane that in the brand new Mario Kart you can actually race as a freaking cow. And yeah, no kidding there, Juan. The Wii U was bad. Yeah, it did not sell good at all. And that was mainly because of the fact that Nintendo marketed that very poorly. Like in fact, during the E3 where they first revealed it, and like in all the commercials they had for it, they focused like so much on the controller, on the new like gamepad or whatever, that people didn't know like what that was for. Like they all thought it was just an add-on for the Wii, and that's why like people didn't buy the Wii U. But obviously I'm able to tell the difference. But yeah, that's why the Wii U sold only like 14 million. And that's not even like the worst selling Nintendo system ever, believe it or not. If I recall correctly, I believe the worst selling Nintendo system ever, you actually have to go back way earlier than that, to around the mid-90s. A little something called the Virtual Boy, which I never had, and thank God I didn't have it, because apparently that thing was like an eyesore. They also only put out like 8 games or something for it. But yeah, that Virtual Boy was an eyesore. And like, even if I would like to try to get my hands on it now, which obviously I would do, I can guarantee I would not have a lot of fun with it. So, but of course, like, even the ones that like have sold well, even those ones have had their own fair of issues, which I'm not really gonna go over here, but still. Alright, well, now we've been live for like 30 minutes. Now, I know I already explained this like in video form one time, but the very earliest system that I ever owned was the original Nintendo, which I didn't get until I think like 1991 or something like that, which was the same year the Super Nintendo came out. And I don't, and that was one that I didn't even buy. But then again, I was a little kid at the time, so obviously there was no way I would have been able to buy anything expensive like that back then. But yeah, that console was actually gifted to me all those years ago. And then all these years later, there was actually something similar with the PS5 that I got last year, except in that case, my dad actually won that as a prize at some event, and obviously he let me have it since, well, my dad's not a gamer. But anyway. And it was actually a good thing I didn't have to pay for my PS5, because that thing is also expensive. Like, if you thought like the Switch 2 price was bad enough, the PS5's even more expensive than that. So you are cutting out. Well, I'm trying my best with what I have to work with. But yeah, this is definitely something. But yeah, like Switch 2 launch night, folks, or I guess pre-launch night or something. A nice video of it. Well, thank you. Now, obviously, the Switch 2 is already released in like a lot of territories in the world at this point. So for those who don't understand this process, let me explain how it works. Whenever it's a major release like this, it's midnight local time in most of the world's territories, like Japan, New Zealand, UK, what have you. Those areas, it's midnight local time, okay? Whenever it gets to midnight here, it then becomes a simultaneous release for the entirety of North America, which means Eastern Time Zone, Central Time Zone, Mountain Time Zone, Pacific Time Zone, even in Hawaii, they all get it at the exact same time once it hits midnight here, which means, like, if you live in the Pacific, you technically end up getting it slightly ahead of the official release date. So that's how it works. So that's basically how that works. Okay? And it also works like that with game releases too. It's the same thing with game releases. Releases midnight local time in the majority of the territories in the world, and then simultaneous for North America once it hits midnight Eastern. That's generally how it works. Alright. But yeah, we are so close, folks. We are so close. I can hardly contain my excitement. So, I think we're going to end this here. Those who have tuned in, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.